What's up, everybody? We're back again for another exciting episode of Full Circle. Thank you for rocking with us and enjoying our content. I want to go ahead before we get started and say, you know what? Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, ring the bell, share, like, comment, subscribe. And before I was like, you can do it at your leisure, and you still can, but now I'm actively asking all you people to do that. Please do it. And, you can win a SNES Classic, which, I mean, it's not hard to find anymore, but it's free. But save yourself $100. Yeah.
Try finding one for free.
Yeah, try finding anything for free. Look at this free content we're giving you.
Oh, yeah.
But, as always, I'm your host, Harmon Jr. You can find me at all your favorite social medias at Harmon Jr.
And I'm Fradette. You can find me at all your favorite social medias at ToonVelo.
Yay.
So we're going to roll right into our topics of the day. We'll be talking about Nintendo. The president, Reggie Fils-aime, has stepped down. Precious Reggie.
Aw, it's truly the end of an era.
Yes.
We will be talking about Facebook's new search practices.
Their latest sexist scandal.
Yeah, there we go. Their latest scandal. We're talking about the new thing that Facebook is effing up on, and we shall be concerned about, and shame on them.
But first and foremost, it's time for another round of Geek Jargon.
Yes, if you are unfamiliar with this segment, Geek Jargon is where we pick 5 words in the geekdom, internet culture, fandom, whatever you want to call it, of today's world that aren't truly defined by the dictionary per se, and explain what they are, how you're meant to use them, how people fail to use them, and so, we can grow as an internet culture and society.
Yes.
Because without, understanding of words, then we just have people throwing out words incorrectly, and it's just sad and annoying.
The more you know. Full circle to episode 1.
Yes. Yeah. Man. Good times.
Okay, so what is our first word, Odell?
All right. Our first word is actually going to be our most complicated word of today, and that is going to be cryptocurrency.
Ooh,
mystery. That thing that was all the rage a while ago with Bitcoin, and now
Dogecoin.
Yeah, Bitcoin's out the way, and Dogecoin. So yeah, those are cryptocurrency. Not real money, but
yes, real money?
Like
I can say, so actually, jumping in here arbitrarily, this is the first year my tax return has asked me, have you gained profit from cryptocurrency?
And the answer is no, even if it's yes, because they can't tell if you did or didn't. Why would I ever report that?
I don't know, because you're a good, upstanding, law-abiding citizzen.
Not if I'm using cryptocurrency.
I mean,
I
guess
guess
like you're storing your money offshore in a bank somewhere. But okay, so what's the official definition?
All right, so before we delve into this, the official definition of cryptocurrency is a digital currency in which encryption techniques are used to regulate the generation of units of currency and verify the transfer of funds operating independently of a central bank, i.e. Bank of America, any government treasury.
I thought they meant more like, not so much like bank, but the governmental, like,
yeah.
What is the dollar? What is that set at?
Well,
so what is the Bitcoin set at?
Well, I mean, I wanted to use bank, but yeah, like you're more correct in your assessment. It is not controlled by any government unit, any federal law, or any laws at all, for that matter.
I don't know is that true though? No laws at all?
I mean, it kind of ties into a word we're gonna use later, but it's kind of like what's hot. Like the more we set its value is almost based in like popularity, in a sense why Dogecoin is more valuable than Bitcoin now.
Who doesn't love the Doge?
But that isn't based off any it's not compared to the dollar or anything that matter. Its value is literally the value what the people of the internet say it is.
True, right. All I know is that it consists of like blockchains, and as each chain opens up, you can define what defines the currency.
So we could have a literally entire show about this, but here's a very basic understanding of cryptocurrency. Real money is based off, bartering. That's how it started. Like my chicken is worth 2 goats. And then at some point we moved from that to like we need some type of utilized bill, like the dollar. And then based off, very complicated economic schemes, $1 is equivalently worth this. And then,
well, I was gonna say once upon a time in between there, $1 equaled $1 of gold, right? Like
the gold standard.
The gold standard, Wizard of Oz and the silver standard, and if only. Anywho, yes, we moved away from that, and now I honestly don't know what our money's based on. The GDP, gross domestic product,
magic and fairy dust.
Magic and fairy dust.
But what cryptocurrency is, at a very basic level of understanding, is back to the bartering system of 1 Bitcoin is equivalent of a McChicken from McDonald's.
I was going to say, a good prime example of this that I actually really liked. It was this whole blockchain, I suppose, is how it was described to me, of artistic robots. So you can feed these sculptures. You can feed like a sculpture, like Kupikochi here is a sculpture, right? And you can feed him your money that he then converts to Bitcoin. That he independently, like as an AI, hires a new artist to construct another Kuchi copy of him and place it somewhere else, to then further feeding the Bitcoin cycle here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why people would do this, but it is a real life example.
Yeah. And so once Bitcoin became popular enough, people were able to be like, all right, 10 Bitcoins is worth a car. In which case you can legit go and give someone 10 Bitcoins and they will give you real cash value of approximately car value, or just the car itself.
I think last time I checked, a singular Bitcoin was worth what, $1,600?
Dollars?
Oh, I think that was the conversion rate.
Okay.
After it skyrocketed from 10 cents to 6,000, I think it's landed and stabilized about 1,600.
Yeah, there was one point where a singular Bitcoin was worth $6,000 and people had hundreds of Bitcoins. There were some people who instantly became rich. Not many, but some.
I was going to say, I guess the overall appeal of Bitcoin here is, it's not based on a singular country's currency or productivity, that it is more stable, right? So if a singular country were to suddenly be unrested, like because it's a global crypto digital currency, its value should stay apart from, again, the aforementioned skyrocketing and fluctuation.
So if you're wondering what also the other benefits of cryptocurrency, well, look at the first word of cryptocurrency, crypto. It's encrypted. So if you want to buy a whole bunch of stuff and not have it tracked back to you by any means, there you go. Which is how they originate, it's for like dark internet uses. Don't get on the dark internet. But they became popular enough to where, you can started converting them to real cash. Because the way they worked was, there was like your cryptocurrency, there would be like an intermediate that would actually give real cash to somebody. But then people started using it for like everyday things. And then people realized, well, once it became popular, like its cryptocurrency's value is literally determined by popularity, which is awkward and weird in a way.
I was gonna say there is a current push for like retailers, like, hey, do you want to pay in cash, PayPal, or cryptocurrency? Is now options that are coming up. They're not very popular.
So cryptocurrency is internet money. What is it based on?
There we go.
Yeah.
Internet money. Internet bucks.
It is internet bucks. Those fake bucks you used to get in school that didn't actually do anything? Same concept, except these actually work.
There you go.
Basically.
Clean and simple.
All right, Jared, what is our next word?
Another clean and simple word, JK. It's meme. What is meme? And it's pronounced meme, not meme, not mimi.
It is not meme. People are like me. Okay, first of all, to those memes out there, I feel like people who say meme are like the grammar Nazis. And I'm like, okay, you don't defend all the jacked up other English words. I'm going to use depot. It doesn't bother you that there's a T there. You're just like, the T silent makes perfect sense.
It's French.
Perfect sense.
It's French.
I mean, it is French. But I'm just saying, but we are not French.
Like Target. No.
Like Target. Like our language is not French. It is not even a derivative of French.
Yes, it is.
Is English a derivative of French?
It's derived from both Greek and Latin. And all the Latin Romance languages.
But English itself is not derived from French.
I mean, our English is derived from Old English, is derived from Latin.
But there's no derived from French.
We have words.
Okay, I'm not saying. But
reservoir, Reggie fils-aime.
No, I'm not saying we don't have words that you know, but still, okay. For example, pure example, our English cousins say aluminium. We say aluminum because in our American English, that's how I pronounce it. So why do we want to be specific and be like, oh, this is a depot? Because it's we take words like color and color. Like, you know, so no, I do not take that. Okay, all right.
Here's how you know it's pronounced meme, though, right? What's the oxygen-carrying component of your blood? Hemoglobin. Heme. So, meme.
Well, thank you, Jared, for stopping my rant, but it was just escalating.
Just make a meme out of Odell's. So, okay, meme. I'm going to read this definition because I love this definition. It's absurdly complicated for no reason whatsoever. An element of a culture or system of behavior that may be considered to be passed from one individual to another by non-genetic means, especially imitation. I love that they just clarify. So a child cannot be a meme of you.
Yes.
It's not a spin-off of you. It has to be a non-genetic thing.
If you birthed it, it's not a meme. Like the actual, you know.
I've been working on this for 9 months. Like, share, subscribe. But yeah, right, so a meme, it is something, it's hard to say because, again, like cryptocurrency, it's a its value is crowdsourced, effectively, right? Like, people produce memes all the time, you know, all those Facebook things that say, come like this meme, but it's not a meme until it reaches a certain threshold of saturation.
Yeah, it has to be, I will almost argue, for a meme to fully be a meme, it has to be universally understood. For example, no matter what language you speak, if you nod your head in this direction, people understand, yes, go, correct. If you do this motion, people understand, no, stop. You know, look, that's universally understood. No one teaches you, yes, no.
Don't your parents?
No, oh, I mean, you pick up on cues.
Right.
But no one is actively teaching you, do this for yes, do this for no.
Right.
It just kind of universally understood. Like, to where even before babies can speak, you know, they seem to understand, like, are you hungry? And they're like, yes.
I don't know. I've never seen a baby nod at me, but I get your point.
They
understand your point.
You know, it's at that point where, like, they can talk, but it's still gibberish. Where you'll be like, how's your day? And they're like, oh,
you don't say, little man. You don't say.
Yeah, at that level. And then they actually respond to you like, yes, yeah.
Right.
You know, actually, if a baby talked that exact gibberish I just did, I would be amazed.
That'd be pretty impressive.
Yeah.
All right. So memes, they follow a formula. You have to use them in the right, because if you use them wrongly, they don't make sense.
Yeah. Memes have context. Memes, you can't just put. Okay, for example, first world problems. It's the quintessential picture up here. It's a woman, a teacher, I think, and she's like crying with a tear in a classroom. That means first world problems. The formula is you put something like, when Instagram is down and you want to take a picture of your food. That's a problem, but it's not really a big issue. It's not like, so if you take that same picture and put like, when your boyfriend just broke your heart, you have broke the meme continuity. It no longer makes sense because that's not what that meme is meant there to convey. It's not to actually convey someone being sad. It's someone to be sad over something that's like first world problem, which is, you know, something that's only a problem when you're at a point of privilege.
Right. I think the only acceptable way you can quote-unquote remix a meme is by inserting other memes into the meme.
Yeah, and you have fill-in-the-blank memes, which are popular now, where it's like, it's the picture, and then like there's certain words blacked out for you to essentially fill in the blank, but even those have a point.
So you're following the prescribed formula, right? Yeah. The couple who, like, the girl's offended that the guy's looking back at the other girl. Yeah. You can fit those with the concept. We all know what this concept is supposed to be.
For example, the guy is always me. The guy represents yourself, or like a population, like, you know, the community. And, you know, his angry girlfriend is representing something that was once appealing, but now this new thing has come. For example.
For example, the guy's Nintendo. The new hot girl is Bowser, and the old guy is and the old girlfriend is Reggie. Would that fit this year?
No, I feel like a better example would be, so the guy is, you know, whoever, me, the community, or whatever. The old girlfriend.
Oh no, the old girlfriend would just be the community, right? Because various people are upset at him for no reason.
No,
Yes, they are. We'll come back. We'll come back to that
Okay,
here in a second.
Yes and no. But here, more just on the nose, the thing you do. Now I'm doing it because Jared does this a lot.
Uh-huh.
The more old nose example would be like the old girlfriend is Fortnite, and then the new girlfriend is Apex Legends.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Memes.
Yeah.
There's a way to use them, and it is part of language.
Yeah, and again, it's not Mimi, so yeah, that's a meme.
But something that sounds like Mimi is Chibi.
Chibi, and we full circle back to last episode. We talked about Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. It's in this art style, which is known as Chibi, which there is no actual definition. It's a slang word, but more or less, it is a Japanese slang word describing short, a thing, an animal, or a person, and it comes from the verb chiburu. Shibiru. I do not speak Japanese. Please don't come at me. Don't at me. Which means to wear out and become shorter. So that's what chibi is. You take a thing, you make it shorter, and you make it cute, essentially.
Oh, okay.
All chibi things are squished down, big head,
Like when you wear down a pencil, and you're like, oh, it's so cute.
Yeah. So chibi.
Old people, they get old, and their bones get squished, and they're just kind of like, oh, they're kind of cute.
So yeah, you've seen this thing. So imagine like when something becomes like a cute bogglehead. This is for those people who don't know. We're going to post up examples. But since that's what it is. It is a shrunken body. Usually, like, the head is usually big compared to the, atomically the rest of the body. Mm-hmm. And it's cute. And it's just a cute version of whatever it's supposed to be. And when you see it, like, When you see it, Like, it's unmistakable.
Your reaction is, aww.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what chibi is.
Sounds straightforward.
And, if you need, like, a place in your mind, chibi sounds like cute, short and cute. There you go.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, even better.
Something not always terribly short and sweet is battle royales. We've talked about this a lot. I don't think we've given an actual definition to it, though.
We have not.
Hit us with the definition. All
right, so battle royale, by pure definition, traditionally refers to a fight involving many combatants that fought out until only one is remaining. I.e., the Hunger Games. I.e., the thing that the Hunger Games...
No, that's the more you know again. Sorry.
So, i.e. the Hunger Games, i.e. what Hunger Games stole its story from, Battle Royale. And that's honestly why Battle Royale has the name, because there was a Japanese novel that became a Japanese movie called Battle Royale about kids on the island that were forced to fight until only one remained.
Because they were bad children.
And they had collars that would blow up that forced them to move in on each other. That after a certain time...
Like Apex Legends.
Yeah, it's like every Battle Royale. So unlike Hunger Games, Hunger doesn't do this. Yeah, in Battle Royale, like the perimeter of the islands, the longer, like after a certain time limit, if you're out in the perimeters, you blow up. So you have to, thus decreasing the battle arena. So Battle Royale is literally just its name taken from its source material. Not Hunger Games, but the thing Hunger Games borrowed its source material from Battle Royale. So yeah, so think Fortnite, all the battle royale modes like from COD, Call of Duty, and Battlefield 1, and now the newest Battle Royale game, which is a genre of itself that we explained last episode, Apex Legends. So you enter with many combatants, 60, 100, 50, what have you.
Many go in, one comes out.
Yeah, and you ironically are on an island, like Battle Royale, and you drop in, and then there's a force field barrier, something that hurts you, that every so often, after 3 minutes in Apex Legends, decreases and forces you to run more towards to where the center constantly moves, so it's never in the same place.
No hiding. No camping.
I mean, you can camp on the edge of the ring, but eventually, you're going to be forced into somebody.
It's true.
And yeah, so that's what a Battle Royale is, for those who don't know. And I highly recommend watching the movie Battle Royale. If you can stomach it, it is kids killing each other, so...
I was going to say, it is Japanese movie production, so it's gory.
Yeah, and it's a little dated. It's from the 80s, so it's not today's level of exploding out guts, but it's still, for those who are sensitive, watch with caution.
Yes. So what do all of our words have in common today, Odell?
They were trending at some point, either currently or they were.
Yes.
What is trending, Jared?
Trending as, I'm going to just read off the definition. It's a currently popular or widely discussed online, especially on social media websites. It is it's a zeitgeist. It's now, it's happening.
Okay, so just because you and your 10 friends are enamored with something and talking about it doesn't mean necessarily it's trending.
It has to be a larger cultural phenomena.
And with, things like...
Remember Bird Box? Remember how that was all anyone would talk about for like the entire week? And you're like, what the hell is Bird Box? And now it's not a thing anymore. It's no longer trending.
Yes. And Twitter's really good at this. If you go on Twitter, Twitter will tell you the top 10 things that are currently trending worldwide, but they'll take it a step further. They'll constantly tell you the top 5 or 10 things trending, like, per genre of things. So, like, it can tell you the top 5 things trending in the video game world, in the entertainment world, in the fashion world, and then, of course, the overall point blank, the quintessential trending list.
What's trending today? The Oscars.
Exactly.
So all my shows aren't on today.
And you know how something's trending? Like, I didn't see Bird Box, but I knew sure as hell. I knew it was a movie. I knew half of the plot. And I didn't even know it was on Netflix before I knew all of this.
What's to know? It's Sandra Bullock, and she's in a box with a bunch of birds. Right?
So, that is your geek jargon for today.
For today. Hopefully, this can make you more aware, better fluid on social media sites like Facebook.
Ooh, dun dun dun.
So, Facebook has been trending in the news lately for quote-unquote having a sexist search engine. So, here's what happened, right? So, if you go to the search bar where you normally search for, like, your friends to stalk them, like, if you start typing things, you can apparently start typing things like women in bikinis or women in swim shorts, and it'll start trying to complete that for you. And so people were like, why is this a creepy thing Facebook can do? Now, it's not a feature. It's just like Google, right? It tries to predict what you want based on what has been input into it.
Yeah, so autocomplete is not the issue here. Autocomplete is, non-biased. It's really a reflection of the psyche of the human population. So that's not the issue here.
It holds up a black mirror, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh, trending because Netflix and
Black Mirror. I see what you're doing there.
Thank you. But it does raise other questions, like, how does it know
who's in a bikini?
Who's in a bikini? Why is it? What use does Facebook have to index itself?
Yeah, so I get it. Facial recognition, like, if I post a photo of me and Jared, it will be like, who is with you? Is this Jared Fradette? Like, I get that just exists. But if I search for, in my photos, I'm like, people in red shirts, and Jared comes up because he happens to be wearing a red shirt, why is there an algorithm created for that information? And even more creepily so, for what type of garments you're wearing, such as, is she in a shirt? Is she in shorts? Is she in pants? Is she in her underwear? Is she in a bikini? Is she in lingerie? This is not facial recognition. This is like a legit effort someone had to put for the computer to know these things.
I did just remember a good reason why it probably does do this.
Okay.
Is Facebook claims that it does try and filter out inappropriate pictures. So, when you said lingerie, it tries to differentiate between lingerie and bikini and will automatically remove your picture if it's lingerie. So,
okay.
Still, it's kind of creepy.
Even if it does that, that should be an in-house thing.
Right.
That should not be something that
searchable.
Yeah.
Like sure, the computer's AI knows how to do it. Good for it. Creepy. Again, what with Facebook's ongoing privacy scandals.
And people, we know how the computer works. You can create a system like that can only be viewed in-house. They do it all the time. There's so much data that we cannot see.
So much data.
Like legit data that we cannot see. I don't have access to, the thing that makes Jared be like, I want tea, and then tea magically appears in his, I don't have access to that data. But apparently I have access to what you might be wearing in your profile pictures. And regardless if your settings are private or not, it will present these pictures to me. Right. I mean, granted, I might not be able to friend you or go into your profile, but if you got a bikini shot, it's now searchable by any man who wants to see you in a bikini. Inappropriate.
But I guess this is just going back to its original mission statement or its root, right? Fils-aime. Remember that? That's exactly where Mark Zuckerberg started this. To rank women across different universities.
For those who haven't seen the social network or just unaware of this, Facebook was originally only for people with a .edu address, IE, well, not IE, but that means in college. Mm-hmm. And he only originally created it so they can rank the girls in their class.
I guess you could say Facebook's come
full circle.
That's terrible.
I liked it.
Well, you know what else is terrible, though? Or I think is terrible.
Oh.
We've lost the great Reggie fils-aime.
You know what?
Beloved son.
That's what that... Oh, yeah, you told me that's what that means.
Yeah.
I can never say that. Fils-aime.
I mean, shout out to the people of Duolingo, the app for learning online for new languages.
Is that really how you learned how to say it?
Yes. Well, I mean, they teach me ami and fils, so
Fils-aime.
separately, right?
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of those things, like, I always go Reggie, and I'm like, don't say his last name in front of important people, because you're going to mess up. They're going to be like...
People know who Reggie R is.
I know, but I feel like I'm going to say it wrong, and then, like, they're going to judge me forever. Like, this guy can never have a job.
I mean,
Scrub.
I could be completely wrong, and he pronounces it differently, right? Like Stephen Colbert, instead of like, right, like his grandfather said Colbert.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Anywho.
So, if you didn't hear, Reggie, the president of Nintendo of America. I like how we're both...
It's important there.
He has retired after a long tenure of Nintendo. I mean...
15 years?
Yeah,
14 years?
15, I think, yeah. Like, just to give you a kind of understanding that, like, he unveiled the first DS.
That was quite a while ago.
Yeah, that's a long time. I'm not sure if that's his first thing he unveiled as the president of Nintendo of America, but that's the furthest thing back I can remember. And think about that, between the first DS and the new 2DS XL and the GameCube to the Switch. That is a lot.
Right, people say the Switch is the first mobile console for Nintendo. The GameCube had a handle. You could carry that around.
It did have quite the handle on things.
Right? That's when Wind Waker came out. Everyone's like, what's that stupid style? And now Link's Awakening's coming out. And people are like, what's that stupid style?
Again, they're gone full circle. But yeah, he's retired after a long, successful stint at Nintendo.
He was a very memeable guy.
He was. I like that his goodbye video. He's like, "Thank you for being there for me." He was like, "I put smiles on all your faces, but you put more smiles on mine." It just shows all the little hokey things that he's done.
Get on the Reggie hype train. Whoop whoop.
One of the things I like about him, because this is gonna sound horrible, but I think he's a horrible public speaker. I really do. I quite honestly
slow down there. You're embarrassing him too much. The compliments just overflowing.
No, I mean, he reads the script well. He presents information in a concise, clear form. But it's very, hello. I'm Reggie from Nintendo. Today there is an exciting presentation of events. Here, that's just how he presents.
It's his own unique style.
But with that said, it almost works for him. So when he does goofy things, there's such a huge contrast and
he's his own straight man. Where it's just like, what?
Yeah, so when you look at all the memes and he's doing things, he's still in that very much stone face, stern dad, but he's at a
I was thinking the dance too.
Yes, and so it works. It works for him. Which is weird. So, even though I think he is, a horrible public speaker or presenter, his passion and energy,
shines through.
Yeah, shines through over that. It almost complements it. It's such, it's such two distinct. It's you take two flavors that, shouldn't work together, peanut butter and chocolate, and then you put it together and you create magic. That's how I describe Reggie.
Yes. Although I also just like chocolate and peanut butter.
I mean, I don't like chocolate, so
if you're gonna give him gifts, don't let it be chocolate.
Yeah, speaking of gifts, I got this for Valentine's Day. It says, "I love it when my bestie lets me play video games."
Aw.
Shout out to Tanya. She got me this shirt.
Tanya.
So I'm wearing it. But yeah. So Reggie, and he really was the face of Nintendo. I mean, of course, you had Shigeru Miyamoto and the quintessential, I guess, top dog president.
I'm just not going to attempt the name.
Idaho. May he rest in peace. He passed away. Idaho. Man,
I just can't say it.
Idaho ass. I'm gonna say Idaho. If I'm saying that wrong, please forgive me, Nintendo. Please forgive me, everybody. I will bow. But but he was, because I would say Miyamoto and I was very active, but I feel like Reggie was on the forefront of everything more so than the other two.
Well, I mean, as far as we know, at least in America,
in the English-speaking world,
yes,
I will say
yes,
because I mean, let's be honest, more people speak English across the globe than they do Japanese.
This is probably statistically true.
This is just statistically.
I was gonna say, he definitely went harder and faster than he needed to, right? Like, you don't have Bill Gates out there pushing the Xbox for you. You just buy it because you like, and Nintendo even more so. Like, you know what Nintendo is. You don't need Reggie to like hype you up for these things.
I'm glad you said it, because there it is. That's what I was looking for. Because Miyamoto and Ido, you know who I'm talking about. They weren't necessarily pushing things. Miyamoto would be like, yeah, Zelda, ask me questions and I will answer them. And that's kind of...
I'm just thinking of all the Smash Directs. I'm announcing Super Smash Brothers. I'm going to sell it, and you're going to buy it. No more questions.
Oh, what is his name? Oh, man.
Yeah, it blanks for me, too.
No, I love his. His was like, you've asked for things. You're not getting Waluigi. This is my game. Make it how I want. Enjoy this trailer. Welcome back from the trailer. Have a great day.
Nintendo's not good with speakers. They're just not.
So, but Reggie, he was pretty much like a sales. He was very much a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
Here's our new product. Here's why it's amazing. It's gonna be amazing. And I always love Reggie because his stone cold heart. Even in the face of failure of when the Wii started out, the Wii U, his stone cold commitment to it. So when it comes back with the Switch, it's like you that's the only time I feel the stoicness go away. He's like, the Switch is the best selling console of all time. Stares into your soul in the camera. Yeah. What's up? What was that? I will say no one looks at the camera like he does. I wish I could look at the camera like he does. Just so intimately direct center. No matter where I look, directly in my eyes.
He's like the Mona Lisa of people on stage. He's like the Mona Lisa.
The long story short, we're gonna miss Reggie. He was fun. Reggie and Nintendo, went together
chocolate and peanut butter.
Chocolate and peanut butter. But more exciting than that, or
equally as exciting.
Equally as exciting. There we go. Is that his replacement?
Equally memeable now.
His replacement is Doug Bowser. I kid you not. The guy's name is Doug Bowser. You've heard it now.
HR hired him on an 80% reasoning that his name is Bowser. He worked for EA, and we can get to that here in a second. He's not just some schmuck off the streets, and he came to Nintendo in 2015.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on. If I'm hiring someone at my company and his name is Bowser,
well, I mean,
it would only be different if his name was Mario. I'd be like, yeah, check.
So and he's not just random. He's been with Nintendo for 4 years, and he's played an active role in sponsoring products at product launches and doing everything that Reggie would do. And I would dare say he's probably a little bit more animated than him.
He is fully aware of his name,
and he owns it. I saw this one post that had me dying in laughter. There was Sega of America is kicking themselves right now for not hiring some guy named Steve Robotnik, and I was like, that would be amazing,
right?
The new president of Sega.
They're going through the resumes right now. Who can we get?
So Bowser is leading the way for Nintendo of America. He is taking charge,
right?
And there was memes and posts, but some of my favorites that I can remember was, I don't know who said this because the internet, there's thousands of people, but someone's like, wow, Bowser's really playing the long game here. And I was like, they just write themselves.
Internet giveth and giveth plenty.
Yeah, and thanks to Mario Odyssey, we now have Bowser in a fancy suit. Boop, with his nice top hat.
Yes. I say some legitimate hesitant concerns here, since he does come from EA. We'll come forward that back up now. Is that people worry that he's going to try and take the company in a more microtransaction-y way? In the way that, EA always has. Star Wars. I don't think he will.
I don't think he will. Because one of those things, Nintendo is such a brand to where, there's so much honor and respect with it that don't forget, Nintendo of America doesn't have the final say. I mean, they're very important, but
There's someone.
the headquarters is still in Japan.
It's true.
And there are certain people, like, you know, like Miyamoto isn't the president of Nintendo, but like if Miyamoto pretty much said no on anything, no one in Nintendo was going to go against him. Like, that's just like, well, he said no. And Nintendo is still very much at its heart a Japanese culture. I mean, not a Japanese company built around Japanese culture. So I just feel like even if you wanted to, there's just certain things they wouldn't allow.
Yeah.
For example, like look at their online thing. Like they're like, we don't want to do like let kids speak online to other people and they just like, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people that work for them. They're veterans in the industry that want to be like, this is what we should do for online chat, online community, and Nintendo's just very much.
I was gonna say, even in some of the cultures, like the various like eShop purchases, like if you remember on the DS, the money for the little mini games, like Nintendo felt like obligated to censor those because they didn't feel like. I think it's in Japan specifically. They found they didn't want to be selling to kids. They didn't want to sell to kids. That feels like a weird way to phrase that. They wanted the games to be games. They didn't want to be pressuring kids to buy things. So,
yeah, so culturally, I feel like you really can't change who Nintendo is. And honestly, if you're given that position of power, I don't think you would want to either. Like, I feel like you couldn't get to that point without understanding who Nintendo is as a company and entity and what it is to the video game world and the world itself.
Exactly.
So his EA background will probably help him just from an industry standpoint. Because again, so I'm not worried about that. Long story short, that was just a long-winded, you know, educated sounding way of saying that probably won't happen.
Long educated way of saying, welcome, Doug Bowser, to Nintendo of America.
Yeah. So thank you, Reggie, for everything you've done. I hope you enjoy your retirement. I hope you spend more time with your friends and family and just enjoy everything the world has to offer.
Exactly. I'm looking forward to what's to come.
I am too. So with that, we are retiring the show for this week. Not forever. Just, I mean, retiring for this week means we'll just be back next week. Unless something dramatic happens. In which case, we'll probably still be here. So, as always, hostess with the mostest, Oda Harmon Jr. There's my tag, Oda Harmon Jr. Follow, like, share, subscribe to the show.
And I'm Jared Fradette. You can find me at Toon Velo. Until next week.
Have a great week, everybody.